Welcome, everyone, to race number 3 of Season 2 of the Short Track Super Stock Series, hosted by the iRacing Super Stock League and sponsored by Econo Auto Painting and Bodyworks and Smith Wraps and Graphics. Tonight, the drivers will be competing at Concord Speedway, and you'll see the rest of the 5 minutes of practice on the screen while I do the intro. Joining me tonight to call the action soon is going to be my good friend and experienced ice racer, Joe Wright, so we'll introduce him when he comes. Let's talk about the series that you all are watching tonight. The Short Track Super Stock Series will always be on Monday nights, and the Street Stocks at a different short track each week. The league is free to join, but the drivers will be competing for cash prizes thanks to our generous sponsors. Again, it is free to join. All of the tracks that we race at are free with an iRacing membership. So if you want to join the action, then go ahead. Anyway, here are the advertisements for each of the wonderful sponsors that have given us cash prizes, starting off with Econo Auto Painting and Bodyworks. If you're looking for a quality paint job or bodywork at an affordable price in Fort Pierce, Florida, Econo Auto Painting and Bodyworks is the place for you. They will provide you with the best value for your money, with services starting at only $299. Wow. At Econo, their service is friendly and efficient, providing customers with an enjoyable experience and a quick turnaround period from drop-off to pick up. For a free estimate, please stop into their Fort Pierce location off Oleander Avenue, just west of US 1 and north of Weatherby Road. You can call them at their number 772-465-9444. Again, 772-465-9444. Or you can find them on Facebook at Econo Auto Painting and Bodyworks. And we'd also like to thank the other generous sponsors, Smith Wraps and Graphics. And Smith Wraps and Graphics has over 25 years in the signs, graphics, and wraps business. Smith Wraps and Graphics is committed to quality products and exceptional customer service. Swag is a family-owned small business that is located in Yorktown, Virginia, and serves commercial customers and the racing community up and down the East Coast. If you want more information of Smith Wraps Graphics, first of all, you can dial their number at 757-874-2438. Again, it's 757-874-2438. Or if this is easier for you, you can visit them on Facebook at Smith Wraps and Graphics for even more information. Last week we raced at New Smyrna Speedway, and we had a very dominating performance, led 49 of the 50 laps, and that was Kendrick Cryer. Kendrick Cryer won the race. Here's the rest of the top 5. Second place was Mike Rozzero. Third was Amy Catalano. Fourth was Matthew Dula. And fifth was Mackenzie Brewer. So that was last week's results. And after 2 nights of racing, the points is led by Michael Rozzero. And the rest of the top 5 in the point standing. Second is Ryan McCall. Third is Mackenzie Brewer. Fourth is Chase N. Johnson. And in fifth, it's Kendrick Cryer. So that is your point standings as it changes. Of course, it can easily change here at Concord Speedway. Tonight's format, a 4-lap qualifier, which is coming up in 1 minute. There's going to be 3 8-lap heats, though. That could change depending on how many participants are in this session. It's going to be a 65-lap race. After those heats, each driver is going to have 1 fast repair and a maximum of 22 incidents. So if you end up having 22 incident count, you will be kicked. And if needed, 3 attempts at a green, white, checkered. So as we're wrapping up qualifying, let's talk a little bit about the track. It's located in the heart of NASCAR country. North Carolina's Concord Speedway features 2 adjacent oval tracks. The larger track, which has grandstand seating for 8,500 spectators, bills itself as the world's fastest half-mile tri-oval, and it really is sort of mini Pocono with 3 very distinct turns with different radii and banking.
All right, guys, qualifying is going to be beginning here in a few seconds. 9 drivers will advance to the future from qualifying. Then there will be 3 heats. 3 drivers will advance 3 heats. So it'll be a total of 18 drivers. It should skip the 3rd heat because we don't have enough people. Should just be 2 heat races, and it's going to take more than 3 out of the heats.
So it's 14 degrees for turn 1.
The drivers meeting will begin in about 4.5 minutes from now.
So 11 degrees banking in turn 2 and 14 degrees for turn 3. For each turn and straightaway, it's 8 degrees for the start-finish, 10 degrees for the short chute that connects turns 1 and 2, and 11 degrees for the back stretch. Chassis setup is critical for achieving good lap times in a car that works in traffic. So pay attention to the chassis setup that a lot of these, although it is fixed setups. Owner Henry Furr opened Concord in 1982 as a short 0.4-mile dirt oval. He later paved the track at the same time, lengthening it to a full half-mile with the addition of the 3rd turn in place of the original backstretch. The track had seating for over 12,000 fans prior to a recent downsizing that saw the turn 1 grandstands converted to a dirt berm. A quarter-mile conventional 2-turn oval, originally dirt, but also now paved since adjacent to the tri-oval. And the smaller track has its own grandstand that accommodates 2,000 spectators. The tri-oval hosts a weekly program featuring super and limited late model stock cars, while the quarter-mile oval is home to both the INEX, Legends, and Bandolero divisions. Concord Speedway has in the past operated under the names Concord Speedway, New Concord Speedway, and Concord Motor Speedway, names that have been used for now closed racing facilities in and around the town of Concord, though Concord Speedway has recently closed in 2019. But still, it's great that iRacing continues to have it in its game. Already, qualifying has gotten off to a good start. Tyler Tomasi is first on the board with a 17.117. Let's see if anybody can beat that. Second went to Wyatt C. Martin with a 17.184, and identical to that is Kendrick Cryer with a 17.184 as well. So the top 9 will automatically make it to the race, and then the rest of them will have to fight in the heat race, or heat races, it depends, if anybody else joins in the next few minutes. And we are anticipating the drivers meeting that should be coming up. So it looks like we have good friend and experienced iRacer Joe Wright in the booth now. Hey Joe, how you doing?
Hey Atlee, I'm doing great, buddy. I'm excited to watch some super stocks. It's gonna be a good night. Had a good night last night in the Sabbath Day series, and watching it tonight's gonna be good again.
We talked about the format. Joe, what should we be looking here in the race? There's it's going to be a 65-lap race, 1 faster pair, 22 incident counts. It's a lot like Pocono. Traffic might be hard from some drivers. What do you think is going to happen here in this race?
I think you're gonna see some tire strategy. I think we're gonna see some guys really taking a hard look at making sure that they're pitting at the proper time. Based on what we saw last night, beating the tires up at Phoenix, Ian came from the back after having some earlier issues. He came from the back after getting some tire change. So I think with the new tire model stuff that's been going on in iRacing, I think it's mattering more and more now.
All right. Hopefully that should be that. The things that you mentioned, that should result in a very exciting race here at Concord Speedway. Again, heavily resembles Pocono. And just like Pocono, it should result in some exciting racing. Jonathan Mitchum right now is the only car on the track still, as Tyler Tomasi is on the board still with a 17.117. And Jonathan Mitchum right now is in 20th, top 9. Will make it automatically into the race.
Welcome everyone to week 3 of 8 of the Short Track
Ian
Super
Martin
Stock
with the
Series.
drivers meeting.
The series is sponsored by Smith Wraps and Graphics and Econo Auto Painting and Body Works. You can find them both on Facebook at Smith Wraps and Graphics and Econo Auto Painting and Body Works in Fort Pierce, Florida. Tonight's race is broadcasted live on Twitch and YouTube by Intensity Broadcasting. Remember, it is not worth your reputation to be an idiot in here. You'll be suspended or removed from the league if we need to do so, and your reputation's on the line, especially in a broadcasted race. Remember, 9 advanced from the qualifying session here, and then we'll go into heat racing. I think it's going to skip the third heat. According to what iRacing says, it should skip the third because we didn't get 33 or more drivers. So it should be 2 8-lap heats here. 3 drivers were going to advance from each heat. But since it skips the third one, it should be 4 from the first one and then 5 from the second one. Not completely sure how that works. 1 fast repair for tonight's feature, 22 incident limit, 3 green-white checkered attempts, admin-controlled cautions. So if I feel there needs to be a caution thrown, I'll throw one mainly for people who spin out in the racing line with oncoming traffic coming, or if it's like a 2 or 3 car spin out. I will not throw cautions back to back unless it's a big pile up or there's oncoming cars coming. I don't want to run 65 caution laps tonight. Want to get in green flag laps. iRacing control lucky dog, so if you're the first car that is lapped down and you did not make contact with anything before or during the caution, it will give you the lucky dog. Double file restarts tonight. The lap cars will restart in the rear. Leader starts and restarts the race. Once the pace car begins turning into pit road, the leader can fire any point from then all the way to the green flag. It's on the leader. It's not on second place. It's not on third place. Not on the person in the back. It's on the leader. If you cause a caution tonight, you will get a 5-point penalty. If the driver causes 2 cautions, they will be disqualified from the event and put on probation. If a driver on probation causes a caution, they could be penalized more severely and put on suspension for a certain amount of races determined by race control. Reckless driving and intentional wrecking will not be tolerated and will result in points penalty and possibly a suspension. This is also on admin's discretion. No jumping restarts. You cannot intentionally lay back from the car in front of you to get a run on the driver in front of you. You will be penalized depending on the extent of the action by admin's discretion. The winner of each race receives 18 points, decreasing by 1 point per position. You have 2 total drop weeks. So if this is your first race, you can still walk away a champion in the ISSL, as this is the only 3rd week of the 8-week season. So the first 2 weeks would be your drop weeks if this is your first race. As far as bonus points goes, a 0x finish in the feature will get you 4 points. If you lead the most laps, it'll give you 2 points. Lead a single lap, you'll get +1. The fastest lap time throughout the feature race is +2. And the pole sitter will get 3. Tonight's winner will receive 5 iRacing credits. The winner of the championship receives a custom-made plaque designed by our sponsor, Smith Wraps and Graphics, along with $50. Second place gets 30, and third place will get 20. Once again, tonight is a broadcasted race, as always, by Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch and YouTube. So after the race is over, you're more than welcome to go watch the replay on YouTube or Twitch. Check it out. We don't pay for people not to watch, so go enjoy the race. Invite your friends and family to go watch you come out here and race. They're live right now on Twitch and YouTube. Intensity Broadcasting.
It looks like the drivers' meeting is over here at Concord Speedway, and we're getting ready for the first 2 heat. We're going to try to get pole winner Tyler Tomasi into the booth, and he will automatically make it to the race. Hey, Tyler, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. Do you copy?
Yes, I do.
So you are currently the pole sitter, and you are going to be one of the 9 drivers automatically qualifying for this race. With that said, looking at the format, what's going to be your strategy here at the tri-oval of Concord Speedway?
Just be patient up front. Hopefully, get a good jump and be able to lead most of it. Even if somebody gets by us, just be patient. The guys behind us are right on pace. But it's a long race, kind of. It's a little shorter than I'm used to, but hopefully it's a good race. Hopefully we have some luck. The last few races we haven't had any luck, and just looking to have a good, solid run tonight and go for the win.
All right, guys, it did end up skipping the 3rd heat.
All right, good luck,
So
Tyler. Let's
it still
see.
takes 9
Anyone
from
you would
qualifying,
like to
and then
thank?
from one of the heats it'll take 4, and then from one of them it'll take 5.
Tomasi Law Associates,
It doesn't
RLS
tell me which
Performance
one, but
Mechanic
that's what it
Title
should do.
Company.
That's what it did last week.
All right, good luck. Let's see what happens after these 2 heat races are done.
All right, see you then.
So I just want to welcome everybody to tonight's race, and all the spectators, the friends and families of these competitors. I'm sure they appreciate your time watching this this first heat race here. It's going to be exciting. Natalie, what you think?
I think that we're going to see a lot of the things that you said. I'm going to make a prediction. I am actually going to say Tyler Tomasi. If he can keep himself out of trouble, maybe if he could get a 0x, that would be awesome. If he gets good restarts, if there is any cautions, I think my prediction is going to be Tyler Tomasi. Who do you think is going to, what's your prediction?
Oh, that's a tough one, Allie. I haven't had much time. I'll let you know before the feature who I think that my driver will be. How about that? How's that sound? It looks like Ian's throughput just fell out, which is interesting because he's the admin.
All right, looks like we are now pacing for the start of this first heat. I believe 5 will advance from this out of the 6 people participating. So the cutoff spot is going to be 6th place. Starting 6th is going to be Jonathan Mitchum, so he's going to have to try his best to get out of that position and not be eliminated from this race. Some other notable, Ryan McCall. Ryan McCall is 2nd in points right now, so let's see if he can continue his reputation as a good driver. He's starting on the pole for this. Chase N. Johnson, another good driver. We should be watching him. And
I like Ryan McCall in this heat, I think, based on his starting position and the shortness of that heat.
Brandon Sutherland, he has the highest I rating out of everybody here, and he's a little bit of a mystery. I have not seen him ever in these events, so he should be interesting to watch as well. Pace.
He's got a good-looking car, too, Brian. Or Brandon.
We're still pacing as the pace car pulls in. Looks like we're green flag racing here at Concord Speedway, and already a good jump for Ryan McCall. Side by side in the turns with the 57 and the 25 of Brandon Sutherland. Chase N. Johnson trying to get under him. This is going to be 8 laps. Looks like Brandon Sutherland has cleared the 57 of Chase N. Johnson, but Chase N. Johnson is reeling him back in, and oh no, the 25 car gets loose. Chase N. Johnson does a good job avoiding, and no caution comes out.
Why would he reset? He must be done. Yep, he disconnected. Yeah. He's done. He was like, you know what? I'm not going to make the feature, so I'm out of here. So it looks like we've got our 5 locked in.
And Ryan McCall is just running away from the competition. Single file for the most part.
The guy running back in 5th is Jonathan Mitchum. We had him last night. He showed some good speed last night, and looks like he's about to make a move for 4th. I thought he would come back and make a move here pretty soon, but looks like he's doing pretty well here.
He's getting under Wyatt Sapp. This is for the 4th position, and looks like he takes the 4th position. This would have been the race for the cutoff spot, but again, Brandon Sutherland is now done for the day.
Looks like the 46 might have just got a little bit of that wall there, too.
3 laps to go now on the board. And if we don't see a caution ever come out, looks like Ryan McCall having a dominant performance, as this is only, though, the heat race. Disappointing to see Brandon Sutherland go. Final lap now for Ryan McCall. Can he get the victory here at Concord Speedway for heat race number 1? Looks like he does. Ryan McCall wins heat race number 1 here at Concord Speedway with a dominant performance. He was 3 seconds ahead of Chase in Johnson.
The 46 threw it down in the last turn there and got real loose. He was going for it. Let's see what he could do in this feature or this heat.
So the final 5 finishing drivers are going to be qualifying to this next race. Now we have the heat. The top 4 drivers out of these 7 will be qualifying for this race. So
now, are
far,
these the guys that qualified back toward the further end of the qualifying?
yes, so I believe the first heat race was like 10 through 16th, and then this is everything below 16th.
Gotcha.
So far, 5 have started,
Ready?
have gotten to the grid. Still, Matt Moreau and Dwayne Furtick are still eligible to participate. As we're
Matt is
still,
gridded now.
and yep,
Waiting on Dwayne.
As I'm back in here, I had some internet problems. Missed the whole first heat.
You still there, Adley?
yep. It looks like we're now pacing. Wait.
Yeah, your video's froze.
As long as I don't got people complaining, I could care less what happened.
There we go.
All right, there we go. We're pacing front row. Jesse Stroll and John Bennett, 19 and 08. Behind them is Michael Miller, Matt Moreau, Nathaniel Nixon, and Kevin Dampier.
I would say Dampier. That sounds good, right?
All right. So these street stocks, we saw a good first heat. Let's see how this second heat goes. The highest I rating goes to Matt Moreau. The lowest I rating is starting on the pole. Pace car pulls in. Green flags out here at Concord Speedway, and good restart by both cars, but the 19 car of Jesse Stroll takes the first position away from the 08 of John Bennett. John Bennett is trying to narrow in. Oh, he got right under the 19 car going in to turn 1, and they're side by side. Oh, 19 car tags the wall.
Yeah, he's super aggressive on these turns. He's just full. Look at, he was full throttle for the first 2 turns.
19 car gets into the back of the
Crossover.
08. Good crossover move by the 19. He gets under, and he now takes the lead, the first position. But here comes the 08 back under the 19. And we're side by side again. So crossover after crossover. But, the 19 car clears the 08. And while all this is going on, the 24 of Michael Miller is narrowing in the gap. The 08 gets under the 19 again. Here comes the 24 car. He was on the rear quarter panel of the 08, but he fell back. 19 car clears the 08. Oh, there's a car on its side. That's the 38 car. He got a little bit loose there in the turn 7 car. Ended up avoiding it.
Oh, Wreck's car just took out the leader.
Oh.
Jesse Stroll just got taken out from the lead.
We're going to do the instant replay of that one.
Jesse, you should be fine. It should take 4 from here.
So he gets back going. Boom. 19 car just went by him. That's a shame for the 19. He is in the 4th position in the top 4, I believe. Will make it to the end of this race. Oh.
Yeah, that's what admin is saying. Admin's saying, don't worry about it. You're going to make it through this heat race and into the feature anyway.
Kevin Dampier and Matt Moreau have both manually disconnected. So that leaves 4 cars on the track. And John Bennett, we're finishing. And John Bennett wins the 2nd heat after a disappointing wreck between a lap car and the leader.
That was still a heck of a heat race, Atlee. Those couple crossovers in that race and those guys were putting on in front of them was really awesome.
Definitely.
No, we're not advancing.
So now we got the warm-up to again get a little bit more practice before the real race begins. You know, already a lot of cars are getting onto the track. So again, there will be a 5-minute warm-up after the heat race is complete. There's going to be a drivers meeting again. 9 from qualifying, 5 from the first heat, and 4 from the second heat. And then it's going to be a 65-lap race. The weather here, 78 degrees, 55% humidity, 22 miles per hour winds coming from the north, partly cloudy late afternoon.
All right, guys, really quickly, while we have this 5 minutes, I'm going to go over a brief part of the driver's meeting one more time. You got 1 fast repair, 22 incident limit. So once you get 22X, you'll get disqualified. You have 3 green-white checkered attempts if we need them. It's admin control caution, so if there's a wreck and there's oncoming cars and the wreck is in the driver's line, or if there's 2 or 3 cars spun out, I'll throw the caution, whatever I feel is necessary. iRacing controlled lucky dogs. Double file restarts, lap cars will restart in the rear. Leader starts and restarts the race. Once the pace car begins turning into pit road, the leader can fire any point from them to the green flag. If you cause a caution, you'll get a 5-point penalty. If you cause 2 cautions, you'll be disqualified and put on probation. If you're on probation and you cause a caution, your penalty could be more severe. That'll be determined all by
So,
race
man,
control.
who did you pick for the race?
Reckless driving
I
and
picked
intentional wrecking
Tyler
will not be
Tomasi.
tolerated and will
I'm going to go
result
with Kendrick
and a point
Cryer
penalty.
tonight.
Alright.
and or a suspension. This is also
He's going to be
on
my
the race
driver. I'm going to
control
vote for that
discretion.
6-6.
Those
Take it.
jumping to restarts,
He
so
was
basically
last
you can't
race's winner.
intentionally lay back to get a run on the driver in front of you. You will be penalized depending on the extent of the action by admin's discretion.
He's letting that thing hang here and warm up, and I like the way he's doing it.
I know he has a really good line. Oh, made a little bit of contact with the 22 of Mike Rosero.
And Rosero jumped ahead 100 yards. That was interesting.
A little bit of teleportation here at Concord Speedway.
Well, I was always wondering how Michael got so fast. I guess he's got the teleport in the rear end. When you touch it with the 66 and he go 100 yards forward, right?
Mm-hmm. We'll have to... I don't think that was added in the Season 3 update.
That'd be interesting, wouldn't it? That'd be some fun racing.
That
If you
could...
touch the rear bumper in the car in front of you, it goes forward 30 yards.
We're going to try to get race admin Ian Martin into the booth to see what he thinks is going to happen here during this warm-up. Hey Ian, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. Do you copy?
Yep, I got you.
So we've seen the 2 heats. We're in this warm-up. So after seeing the racing so far, what do you think is going to happen here at Concord Speedway?
I think it's going to be a good race. Concord's a really good track, especially for these street stocks. It's known for the crossover moves, especially coming out of that little dog leg there on the back straightaway.
I know.
I agree with you. Also, Ian, I'm noticing some people in the earlier laps, and this was the case last night too, a little bit loose off. I think if these guys settle in, you should have yourself a good race. But if you keep getting cautious, I think they're going to keep reading them. What do you think?
Yeah, takes a couple laps, about 6 or 7 laps for the tires to heat up and to get some grip. Tonight's adding in cautions as always in this series, so you know how I am. Won't be a ton of cautions, you know that.
I gotcha.
All right, good luck admitting this race. Should be a lot of fun here at Concord Speedway. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
So, Adley, have you ever been to Concord?
I actually have not been to Concord Speedway. I've been in Concord. I went to Charlotte Motor Speedway, but I've never been to Concord. It looks like a very nice track. Have you?
No, I haven't either. But being that it's not far away from us, I think it'd be an interesting place to go once everything gets blown wide open and we're able to get back to fans in the stands.
I did look online, and it looks like it closed in 2019, though.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
It held super and limited late models. It also had another track that held like the Legends and the Bandoleros. It was a really good track. I'm not sure if maybe if they do get new ownership, potentially could see a comeback from Concord Speedway, but for now it looks like it closed in 2019.
Oh, that's interesting. It's just so unique. You would think that it would be one of those places that always remained available.
I know, it's a short track version of Pocono. That seems like a really great
All right,
idea
guys, remember,
from the creator.
it takes about
the
7 or
track.
8 laps for your tires to get heat in them,
Get
so
his
don't go
name.
balls deep into turn 1. You will spin out, and remember, cautions do have point penalties, so it could cost you dearly for causing a caution.
A look at the upcoming schedule after this race. Week 4, we're going to have a 55-lap race at Five Flags. Week 5, 50-lap race at USA. Week 6 is going to be a 50-lap race at Martinsville.
Yes, I'm aware.
Week 7 is going to be a 65-lap race at South Boston. And Week 8, season finale, the 100-lap showdown at the Las Vegas Bull Ring. So, after hearing that upcoming schedule, we have a lot to look forward to in the iRacing Short Track Superstock League.
Yeah, absolutely.
So lights on the pace car have gone off, so it looks like next time by we should be seeing the pace car pull down into the pits. Front row got Tyler Tomasi, had the fastest car outside him as Wyatt C. Martin had another fast car, Kendrick Cryer. So I predicted Tyler Tomasi. Joe, you predicted Kendrick Cryer. And a lot of other drivers still have the chance to win. 18 cars, only one can win. Let's see what happens here in the restart. Still pacing. Green flags out here at Concord Speedway. Great restart for the 76 car of Tyler Tomasi. For second place, looks like Kendrick Cryer trying to get past, and he does. Kendrick Cryer makes the pass for second, and he clears the 06 of Wyatt Martin. Here comes the 95 car trying to get under. We have a battle for the 5th position with Michael Rosero. Looks like he cleared him out, and we're single file all across the track for the most part. This is going to be 65 laps. It's going to be a little bit of an endurance race. Oh, here comes the 06 under Kendrick Cryer again. That's Wyatt C. Martin in the MP Motorsports car.
It's been a really clean race so far, too. I've been watching through the field, and they're all single filed up for the most part. You get a couple of your guys here and there getting a little racy. Couple bumps, but
so that car battling for the second position, he actually has the highest I rating with
Spinners off of four.
466 in A class.
And there is a spin, the 46 spun.
The 46 of Wyatt
Caution's
Sapp.
out. And the 24 as well.
Oh, and the 24.
Actually, there was some contact with the 24 as well. It's like the 19 got into the back of a 24.
All right, let's look at this replay here. So here's the 24 car. Again, the 19 car of Jesse Stroll's right behind him. And then got right in the back. 24 car
Looks like
spins.
the 24 might have got a little loose before that contact happened. A lot like what happened to me last Tuesday at Lee, where I drove it in a little too hard, got a little loose, and somebody tagged me.
And I don't believe Wyatt Sapp spin had nothing to do with.
No, I think he might have saw it and maybe checked up or
Oh.
hit the brake a little too hard, and it spun him
True.
around.
Now we're pacing again. I believe we had 5 or 6 laps completed before the first caution.
No pit taker so far.
Yeah, it hasn't been too long for the tires to start getting weared. Maybe halfway we should start seeing maybe a few takers.
Definitely, if you're at the back of the field, get yourself any advantage you can, right?
Mm-hmm. Lights on the pace car have gone off. On the bottom, it's Tyler Tomasi. On the top, Kendrick Cryer. Both of our positions are on the front row. Behind them, Wyatt C. Martin and the 95 of Matthew Dula. So this should be exciting here in the restart. Green flag is back out here at Concord Speedway, and side by side for second place again, the 06 of Wyatt C. Martin is trying to get under the 66 of Kendrick Cryer. Ooh.
Lots of loose cars off that corner all the way back through the field.
A great comeback by Kendrick Cryer. Got a lot of speed in the straightaway, but still side by side. Wyatt C. Martin trying everything he can to get by the 66 car. And he pulls up. Here comes Michael Rosero and the 66 of Kendrick Cryer. Oh, caution is out.
It looks like the 19 was involved in this one, as well as the 15.
So Jesse Stroll, he was involved in the previous caution.
It looks like the 15 went for a nice little ride up in the air.
Right here is the replay. 19 car is right there. 52 car just got on the apron. And there the 90 car.
What for?
19 car was on the wrong end of the stick and he got hit there.
Behind them, the 15 was rolling down the front stretch there.
Chase and Johnson had nowhere to go. Looks like Jonathan Mitchum has manually disconnected.
Gotta serve that, bud.
And he was that 15 car again that you said was rolling on the track. So a lot of drivers involved in that previous caution are on pit lane. But Tyler Tomasi, Kendrick Cryer, the top 4 are still remaining on the track though. There's only like 2 or 3 laps under green until that next caution came out.
Yeah, that one is on Ryan there.
Looks like Jesse Stroll now was either disqualified or manually disconnected.
He was removed from the server for bad mouthing. And then Ryan McCall was given an EOL penalty as the cause of that caution.
So looks like he'll have to drop to the back of the pack of the end of the longest line. We're still though pacing here at Concord Speedway after that previous wreck, still trying to get everything sorted out.
Still no takers on pit road.
I don't know if anybody's going to take it.
I don't think that they were going to yet. I think they're all real comfortable with their track position at this point, and but like I said before, if I'm at the back of the pack, 1 or 2 cars ain't going to make a difference for later in the race, you know what I mean? So I might even be taking them every caution if I'm still back there, you know?
It's actually cool. Tyler Tomasi actually is a real life racer. He races at Seekonk Speedway, and I also believe he participates in the ACT, the American Canadian Tour. So he's got a lot of real racing experience. So
yeah, they had a big race up in the Northeast just last week, didn't they?
Mhm.
And they're off. Green.
Green flags out here, and another great restart for the 76 car of Tyler Tomasi, and another time where the 06 and 66 are battling after the restart. 06 trying to get under Kendrick Cryer. Oh, he got very close to clearing him, but Kendrick Cryer got in the gap again. Another time, looks like the 06 car has cleared Kendrick Cryer, and Mike
Get it back
Rosero
rolling on the
made a
front
pass.
stretch, whoever that is. Get it back rolling.
Now the 95 is trying to get by Kendrick Cryer, but Kendrick Cryer clears him. Oh, a car. Oh, caution's out. Did you see who was that on the stretch?
Yeah, the 46.
All right, the 46 car of Wyatt Sapp.
He's up to 8 laps down now. He must have spun it again, I think, maybe. I don't know what he was doing.
Looks like John Bennett has mainly disconnected.
Yeah, John Bennett is manually disconnected.
Right.
I don't know, was he in this race? Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was the car on the
must have-
apron.
Guys, when you spin out, get it back rolling as soon as possible. I don't want to be sitting here running 65 laps under caution. That's not what this league is about. We're here to run green flag laps, not caution laps.
Yeah, Wyatt Sapp still in this. After 20 laps have been completed so
You're
far.
one down, Ron.
Cryer fell very far behind on that last restart, getting passed by Rosero and Wyatt C. Martin. So we'll see if he can rebound on this next restart. So he's
Looks
led.
like Rosero got in front of Kendrick too. I'm not sure how that happened. I wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Yeah, Rosero, I believe Wyatt C. Martin, he moved Cryer up the track, he passed, and Rosero managed to get under Cryer as well.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So lights on the pace car have gone off again. He's had a lot of great restarts, Tyler Tomasi. But still, Wyatt C. Martin also has a fast car. Another fast car is Kendrick Cryer. And Michael Rosero, he's been in the 4th position. He's now in the 3rd position. So let's see if he can take advantage of that inside line and try to get by Tyler Tomasi. Pace car pulls in.
Another great jump.
Great jump for the 76 of Tyler Tomasi. Green flags out here at Concord Speedway. And side by side, ooh, the 06 of Wyatt C. Martin got in to the 23 car, but we're rolling still at Concord Speedway. We got the 06 trying to narrow in Tyler Tomasi. He's there. He's pretty close. That is going to be the battle to look out for. 06 trying to close in on the 76.
I know weekly we talk about Mackenzie Brewer too, Adley, and he's getting himself up into this battle. He's up to 6. He's also right behind Matthew Dula, who we see weekly up there, and at least in the top 10, top 5 sometimes. And they're all running now, and here was a pass for 3rd.
Yep, Kendrick Cryer getting under Michael Rosero. He got it stolen from him on the last restart, so now he's trying to get 3rd position back. Oh, no!
Come on, boot this guy already.
46 of Wyatt Sapp causing trouble as the lap car. What happened here? Oh no.
And he's been removed from the server. That's twice in a row now. I think he may be trying to do that. I'm not sure, but
So he
that's an
pulled
interesting
up the
thing.
track and
Yeah.
right in front of the driving line hit the 76 of Tyler
I
Tomasi
cannot believe he
in
just
the
did that.
06. And Ian Martin definitely disappointed in the 46 of Wyatt Sapp. There goes Kendrick Cryer,
Wyatt Sapp literally waited
Matthew
and then
Dula.
pulled out in front of everybody. The leader straight up into him.
And just everyone getting involved into that.
Yeah, he's getting removed from the league after this is over. I'm tired of that.
Ooh,
Yeah, it
that
looks
is,
like the ban hammer for that guy.
you don't,
Well, to the
man.
leaders who got taken out
He
on that
pulled
start,
out-
you do have one faster
Man,
pair,
that is so
get back out here if you
disappointing for
can.
76
Sorry
of
about
Tyler
that. The guy's
Tomasi.
gonna
He
be
had a
taken
great
care of.
race. And also the 06 of Wyatt C. Martin was narrowing in Tyler Tomasi for the lead. You hate to see it for these leaders that are having such great days.
The guy spun out for
It
like the
happens in
third
real
time
life
this
and it
race,
happens here in iRacing.
and then waited on the leaders to come and then pulled up in front of him.
Looks like the 8 car of Ron Morris is getting his lap back. As the iRacing controlled Lucky Dogs are working. It's not admin, it's iRacing.
Yeah, that's a shame that was happening like that. We had a really good race up front, and to have somebody come in and just do something like that is really unacceptable when you think about racing ethics and the way things that should go in the league and during iRacing. And I'm pretty positive Ian will take care of that the way it should be handled. And
Oh, yeah.
remove that person from the league. So
If something like that happens in the iRacing Superstock
All right,
League,
guys, the restart's
Ian
going to be on
Martin
Kendrick
will
here.
definitely
Sorry
take
again
care
to
of
the
it. He's a
leaders who got
great
taken out on
admin
that.
for this league.
There's always going to be a few bad apples that I got to take care of, so that's going to be one of them.
Hopefully, Tyler Tomasi's 4 laps down, but Wyatt C. Martin, he has a fast car. Hopefully, we might see a comeback from him.
Tyler, I
as
can't
there's
give
still
waves. You're the first car
a
lap
lot
down,
of
so you'll have to
race
get them
left.
organically. Sorry, man.
looks like the front end of Kendrick Cryer car looking a little wrapped up.
He stayed out,
So,
though.
Yeah, he did. Might have to save that reset. Maybe that's all.
To the bottom, we got Kendrick Cryer on the top. Mike Rosero, 2 fast cars. Mike Rosero is the points leader. He's fighting for in the point standings, trying to hold off the second,
Mackenzie
third,
Brewer
fourth
is there
place.
too.
And yeah, watch out for Mackenzie Brewer and Daniel Cox too. Green flags out here at Mackenzie Brewer, great jump. He passes Michael Rosero. Now he's going to try.
Rosero looked like he missed a shift there. I think he might need a replay on that. It looked like he missed his shift.
Oh, but here he comes under Mackenzie Brewer. These two fought for the Season 1 championship, and Mackenzie Brewer ended up winning by 1 point. So they've shown rivalries before. Looks like, though, Mike Rosero retakes the second position after, like you said, maybe had a misshift on that restart.
Yep.
Looks like Dula takes the third position now. Got the 68 of Jordan Madron trying
Yeah, it
to
looks
get
like
under.
Mackenzie's just held out there right now. He can't find a spot in line to get back into the groove, the racing groove, to get back up toward the front. Let's see what happens here moving forward.
Looks
Michael
like-
Rosero should be able to catch the leader, Kendrick Cryer, as he doesn't have any damage, and Kendrick has a little bit on the front there, so you could expect him to be a little bit faster. Let's see.
After Mackenzie Brewer lost the high side, he's going to try to catch back up to the 95 of Matthew Dula. He had a great restart starting off, got by the 23 of Mike Rosero. Then it all went down from hill as he had the high side, which
Get
is
it back
not
rolling.
the preferred line here at Concord Speedway, and he lost position after position. So hopefully he can catch back up.
Looks like the 8 spun and took it to the pits.
So good that he was respectful and he actually took it to the pits and was not in the driving line of the leader.
Tomasi's running really well, moving through the field, but he's still 4 laps down at this point. So without any further cautions, bad day for him based on the idiocracy of somebody else.
It looks like Wyatt C. Martin has been making his way up to the field. He was also involved in that wreck between Wyatt Martin and Tyler Tomasi and him. So we might see a comeback from Wyatt C. Martin in the coming laps. Right now, though, Kendrick Cryer trying to get 2 in a row here in the iRacing Super Stock League, as he did win last race at New Smyrna.
And I like how he's hanging it out there. He's throwing it in there and getting it sideways and riding that loose car off. You can see him working the wheel real well.
Yeah, he's not hot lapping it like sometimes we've seen drivers do before. He's being very respectful to his tires. Running that high line means that he's being very floaty, and the turns means that he's not wearing on his tires as much.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
no!
keeping it wound up, and you can see he's braking pretty good. Them rotors are starting to glow on entry.
It's like there's the Tyler Tomasi. He would be in 6th place, but he's
Are the
still
lights not coming on?
4 laps down. It looks like we have a battle for the 2nd position. Matthew Dula.
We might have an issue with this race, Allie. We're running the afternoon, but the length of it's running so long. It's starting to get dark on these guys.
Hurry up and finish then, because I know it'll get dark to where you can't see.
There's no lights here at the Speedway.
That is a problem, so they're going to have to finish this race very quickly. It is a
There's
short
lights
track,
all
though.
the way around the track, so I assumed it had lights.
Here's the onboard view of Matthew Dula, who is trying to reel in the 23 of Michael Rosero, who is in the 2nd position. And looks like he gets under Michael Rosero. Here's that front end. Side by side into the turns. Looks like.
So did Rosero run him
So you
off?
guys got about 6 more minutes of green flag laps if we run all the way green.
Matthew Dula, crossover move.
Crossover.
Like Ian said, we'd
If you
be
spin
seeing
out,
a
you
lot
better
of
get it back
it.
rolling, because I ain't throwing cautions. We don't have time.
And Mike Rosero, again, makes the pass for 2nd, but here comes Matthew Dula trying to get 2nd place back. If we can't see a battle for 1st, we might as well watch the battle for 2nd here at Concord Speedway.
It's a good one, too. I also got a decent battle well, it's not a battle, I guess, but for 6 with Tyler Tomasi and the 02 car running side by side as well.
Yeah, this is a shame. Look at that. So the 95 got into the bumper of the 23, and he moved him up the track. This has been a great battle for 2nd here. Looks like Matthew Dula now in the 2nd position again. Wyatt C. Martin is in 4th. Just keep that in mind. Michael Rosero moves him out of the way again, and now he takes the 2nd position again. And here comes the 95 back under. He puts Rosero up to the high side by side into the turns. Rosero, here comes Wyatt C. Martin.
You guys literally cannot see. I'll throw the caution and we'll finish in the yellow.
What a save by the 6 there.
Wyatt Martin is one of the fastest cars on the track, and you're right, he did.
I'm checking the
make some
cockpits
contact.
every couple laps to make sure it's not getting too
Those
dark.
4 cars are about to come up on a lap car of the 7, Nathaniel Nixon. Hopefully he'll stay out the way.
And here comes Mackenzie Brewer now into this battle. Wyatt C. Martin getting under the 95 of Matthew Dula. This is for the 3rd position and a decent amount of points here in the point standings. And they're clearing the lap car. Wyatt C. Martin moves into the 3rd position as they're passing the 7 car of Nathaniel Nixon.
I don't understand why they would have lights that don't work.
Single file here at Concord Speedway. 06 is trying to catch up to Mike Rosero, and the 95 is trying to get up to the bumper. of the 06 car, and the continuing concern of nighttime is arising here at Concord Speedway.
It's almost comical, Atlee. It's almost comical. We got 9
You're
laps
right.
to go. It's been
like
one of those nights.
It's like the drivers aren't exactly racing against the cars on the track. They're racing against the nighttime. Here's the 06 of Wyatt C. Martin still trying to get under. He does get under the 23 car of Michael Rizzero, and he clears them. Wyatt C. Martin, he now takes the second position. He was involved in that wreck with Wyatt Sapp, and now he has made his way all the way up to the field from the back of the pack, and he's now in second. Look at those the brake lights glowing here at Concord Speedway, where
Based
there's
off
a
of what I
lot
can
of
tell you,
heavy
that should be good
braking.
for the rest of the race.
Now Michael Rosero is trying to catch back up to Wyatt C. Martin. No, Wyatt C. Martin's in the wall. Oh, can he save it? He saves it and still remains in the second position, but Michael Rosero moves him out of the way, gets below him. Boom. He moves up. Here comes the 95 of Matthew Dula following right behind the 23 car. And now Mackenzie Brewer's trying to get up behind him. 5
Getting
laps
hard
to go
even see you guys
on the board now.
track from the blimp.
Boom. 06 gets into the back of the 95 car. Side by side into the turns.
All I can really see is the flames coming out of the exhaust every once in a while.
Between the flames and the brake glowing, the brake rotors glowing, we're getting a cool little show on here, Atlee. You definitely see which guys are using the brakes and which ones aren't.
Joe, do you think Michael Rosero's tires are shot? Oh, no, wait.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Oh no, excuse me. The car that was falling back, Wyatt Martin. Do you think his tires are shot?
I don't know. That's again a tough one to say. I mean, he's right there on Michael Rosero again. So I think it was just a bad line that he had when he almost wrecked it there. He's about to move Michael right here.
No. One lap to go.
Goosey.
Kendrick Cryer, he wasn't. Oh no, the 06 car
Big
side by
move for the
side.
two.
This is for the second position.
Second position.
Oh, he gets below him. Clear for now. Here comes the 95 of Matthew Dula.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Oh, Matthew
what a
Dula
race
gets
in
the
the
third
wall.
Good race, guys.
position.
That was really impressive to run about 30 laps there on the green. I guess we know who was costing us the cautions there. That was a really good race between Wyatt, Michael, and Matthew there coming to the line for second and third. Really good race. Really proud of you guys.
Congratulations to
Make sure you go
Kendrick
watch the
Cryer.
replay on
I called it,
Twitch
Atlee.
broadcast and
I
on Twitch and
called it.
YouTube.
Woo-hoo.
Good job, Joe. Sadly, Tyler Tomasi had a little bit of a tough break as he led a large portion before getting into trouble with lap car Wyatt Sapp. So you're right.
That's unfortunate because they had a really good run going up there together.
So it looks like Kendrick Cryer is in the waiting room, so we are going to give him a
Congrats,
race-winning
Kendrick,
interview.
on the win.
Let's do
you'll
that.
get the file iRacing credits by the end of the night.
Hey Kendrick, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth to copy. Oh, looks like he is back into the waiting room. Let's wait for a little while. So he looks like he's representing the Midwest Club. So if we got any Midwest people, he's representing your club. Second place goes to Wyatt C. Martin. Third is Matthew Dula. Fourth is Michael Rosero. Fifth, coming from all the way from Canada, we got Mackenzie Brewer. Sixth is Daniel Cox. Seventh is Chase N. Johnson. Eighth is Michael Miller. Another Canadian, we got Brandon Campbell in ninth. Jordan Madron in 10th. 11th is Ryan McCall. 12th is Nathaniel Nixon. 13th is Tyler Tomasi. 14th is Ron Morris. 15th is John Bennett. 16th is Wyatt Sapp. 17th is Jesse Stroll. And 18th is Jonathan Mitchum.
What do you mean? Which move are you talking about?
So we're going to try again to get Kendrick Cryer into the booth after that one. Hey, Kendrick, this is Atlee and Joe in the booty copy.
Yep. I got 2 guys I got to expel, I guess you could say, because they ain't coming
Looks like
back.
he has left the broadcasting room again. It looks like you cannot get him. Let's try to get Michael Rosero. He finished 4th, so we're going to try to get him into the booth at least. And he had a very busy final laps with the battle.
It's fine. If you
Hey,
call
Michael
for
Rosero,
caution,
this
it's
is
just a
Atlee and Joe in the
5-point
booth. Do you
penalty.
copy? Looks like his mic is muted, so. Oh, looks like he ended up leaving the broadcasting room. It looks like it cannot get anyone to interview so far. We're going to try Dula. He finished 3rd. Hey, Matthew, this is Atlee and Joe in the booty copy.
Yes, sir.
So you had a very busy last couple of laps, ended up going for the 3rd position. What happened? What was going there in that final few laps?
Oh man, I burned up my stuff racing the 23 in front of me, so we were all trying to go for 2nd there, and they were getting loose, and so I saw the opportunity in turn 3 to kind of just barrel in there and hope it stuck, and it did. So ended up with 3rd. I can't believe it, but I'll take it, man. I thought I might have something for the leader, but I just burned it up battling back there.
Still a heck of a run for you, Matthew. It was fun to watch you guys battle in there, though. That 3-way run for 2nd was a really good show you guys put on. Anybody you want to thank or who's been watching the broadcast?
Absolutely, want to thank Dropping Bombs Racing for giving me this opportunity and putting on the sponsorship on the side of my car. Sim Speed Shop. Want to thank Thrustmaster for supplying my gear. I want to thank Jordan Madron. He's my hero. And then other than that, nah, man. Obviously, my family and everybody else for making this possible too.
All right, good job, Matthew. Again, very exciting still, even though you didn't get the win. 3rd place for you. Congratulations.
And
Thanks,
see you
guys.
next week.
Yep, see you next week.
So we're going to try Kendrick Cryer one more time. Hey, Kendrick, this is Atlee. Oh, wait. Hey, Kendrick, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. You copy?
Yeah, you got me?
Yep. So, congratulations, first of all, on your win. You did a great job in that number 66. So, what happened there in that entire race? You did a great job.
Well, there was a couple cautions, so I just said I'm not pitting at all, so I'm just gonna go all the way, and that's kind of, and then that crash too. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. So Kendrick, this is Joe. You made some decent moves. You guys had some really good racing going on up front. And then Tyler gets taken out by the lap car, which is super unfortunate for him because he looked like he had a really good car to keep it up front. You got to come back next week and make it 3 in a row.
I'm gonna try to. Where are they at next week?
It's like they are at 5 Flags.
Oh yeah, I'll be there for sure.
All right, that's exciting for the anticipation. Congratulations on your win. Anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors, family members?
I don't have any sponsors, but I guess mom and dad.
All right, congratulations, Kendrick, on your win. Hopefully we can see you make it 3 in a row at 5 Flags.
All right, thank you.
We're going to try Michael Rosero. He ended up finishing 4th. Hey, Michael, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. Do you copy?
10-4, I copy you.
So you finished 4th. You had a very busy last couple laps. What happened there between you, Matthew Doolittle, Wyatt C. Martin, Mackenzie Brewer?
Well, first I gotta say, we were racing the crap out of each other. That was a lot of fun. We kind of got rubbed, but rubbing is racing.
Yeah, it was a heck of a battle, Michael. So that probably keeps you about in the 2nd position, I would imagine, in the points, or somewhere near it anyway. What's your plan for next week? You got to get that W.
Well, I think all I gotta say is just we practice and race hard.
All right, anyone you want to thank, sponsors, family members, anything like that?
Yeah, my mom, my dad, grandparents, my uncle, everyone.
All right. congratulations to you, Michael, and hopefully we'll see you back next week at Five Flags.
Yeah, it should be fun. See you next week at Five Flags.
Now, we're going to try to get Jordan Madarin into the booth. He finished 10th. Hey, Jordan, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
So you finished 10th. You had a really great race. You were in a few battles. So what happened there?
Oh, man, it's just a tough track for me. I've never actually ran any kind of iRacing race at this track, leave alone with the street stocks, but it was a lot of fun. I got to give a shout out to my boy Matt Dooley. He had a hell of a race, and he gave me a lot of pointers beforehand, but yeah, it was just a tough track, man. I hit the wall somewhere in that last green flag run that we had, and that really screwed up my handling for a good part of it.
How tough was it getting into that dark portion of the track?
Oh man, yeah. Well, for me, I had my brightness up beforehand, so I was all right. But a couple other guys were in the chat complaining about it. It wasn't that bad, but I mean, in terms of just how tough the track is, I mean, maybe I need to turn my force feedback down. I'm actually sweating right now because after that race. But I mean, it was fun. This is actually my first race here. Ian invited me to come in here a couple weeks ago when y'all first started, and I turned him down because I was in a different league. But I'm happy to start racing with you guys, and I'm definitely looking forward to next week.
So anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, actually, I want to thank all my friends and family. I got my grandfather, my girlfriend, and a whole bunch of my buddies. Sam, my boy Austin, holding it down up there in Hillsborough. So a whole bunch of my friends and family that actually tune into the stream, and I know that helps you guys too to have your viewer numbers up for all the sponsors. So shout out to all my friends and family that take time out of their day to watch me run mid-pack in an iRacing race.
Hey, good job anyways, Jordan, and spread the word. Get it out there. Let these guys know that this racing is fun, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You guys have a good one, all right?
Yep.
All right. And last but not least, we're going to try to get Ian Martin into the booth. Hey, Ian, this is Atlee and Joe in the booth.
What's up?
So that was a very hectic couple of laps before the final green flag run. What happened there? We saw a few people had to get booted. I mean, what happened?
Yeah, we're going to have 2 people after tonight's go on indefinite suspension from the league. One guy was just trash talking over the voice chat for no reason after he caused himself to get a black flag. And then another guy you saw pulled up right in front of the leaders, waited on him, pulled up in front of him, and killed. So he'll be gone for a long time, if not forever. Other than that, I thought it was a pretty good race. We were scared about 10 laps to go. We realized it was getting really dark. And I thought that the track had lights because on the sim, there's lights all around the track. But apparently the lights don't turn on. So we almost ran out of daylight there, and people were racing in the dark coming to the line.
So yeah, it was very interesting for the final couple laps. Again, it was very disappointing for Tyler Tomasi. Wyatt C. Martin, though, he ended up making a comeback.
Yeah, it's a good thing we have these 2 drop weeks this season, unlike last season where we didn't have any. Tyler should be able to recover pretty easily. He's a good driver. Pretty impressed with Wyatt. It's my brother. He's right in front of me. I watched him the whole time. Did a pretty good job after getting taken out by that guy to get back up there to second place. 20 more laps, I think it would have had Kendrick.
All right. Thank you for making the Short Track Superstock League possible, and we'll hopefully see you back here at Five Flags and also at the Sabbath Day on Sunday.
Yep, thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for race number 3 of season 2 of the Short Track Superstock Series, hosted by the iRacing Superstock League and sponsored by Econo Auto Painting and Bodyworks and Smith Wraps and Graphics. Again, make sure to check out those 2 businesses and sponsors and give them some love and support. I talked about them earlier in the broadcast, so you can go back there and maybe get some information and try to give them some love and support. I'm Atlee @ManWeast. I've been joined tonight by Joe Wright. Please make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. Spread the word. If you have any people that love racing and just can't get enough of NASCAR and they want to see more racing, join Tennessee Broadcasting. We have tomorrow, Tuesday, got the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series at Phoenix. Joe, I know you're going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be running the FND race here on Tuesday night, I guess tomorrow night. And it is the new Phoenix layout, which would be different from the Legacy layout. Legacy layout had the dog leg on the backstretch. And I think the dog leg's right after the start-finish line now, if I get that correct. But, yeah, it should be interesting. I'm going to get some practice laps in probably tomorrow afternoon and hopefully be there to come in second yet again.
And also in F&E, we got Friday Super Speedway. So we got action-packed week coming up. So this would be the perfect time to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting. We also have a website at intensitybroadcasting.com. And you can contact us on either the website or our Facebook page if you want us to announce your league. With that said, thank you guys for watching. We are going to be done here again. Make sure to tune in tomorrow to the Route 66 Summer Speedway Series. And that's enough said. Over and out.